Have you ever wondered who has to write the press releases and push the tweets out from your favorite college sports accounts? Well, it all comes from the athletic communications and sports information departments. I chatted with the UWS and CSS SIDs about their jobs and the challenges they have faced during the pandemic.
It's absolutely terrible, and it was the hardest thing I'd ever had to write.
As athletes and coaches have had their seasons taken away over the past few months, athletic communications departments have been the ones to tell the public.
It's something that can be a very short release and a very short post, but I sat there and I think I stared at my computer screen because there's no good way to write it.
Sports information departments have come a long way over the years.
It's definitely taken us from a position of just doing statistics and writing press releases to having to be a little more versatile, a little more flexible.
Writing the stories and setting up all the webcasts, taking all the pictures and running all the bios and doing all the stats. It's kind of like the nucleus of an athletics department when it comes for information.
Last week, the UMAC announced they're suspending competition for the rest of 2020, so the daily jobs of SIDs have changed even more as the departments at UWS and CSS are now getting creative.
Maybe some player profiles, maybe more marketing/recruiting material for prospective student athletes.
Anybody in the athletic communications field, and they've got a wish list of projects that they'd like to do or stories that they'd like to do.
And welcome to UW Superior.
This gives you the license to do that more.
All to keep student athletes, alums, and their communities engaged.
This isn't a time to be cutting in the communications field. This is a time where I think you have to be investing in it. This could keep going for another year. And that investment we've made here is going to pay dividends down the line because we're going to be able to keep generating that content.
Both SIDs are anxious for the tasks at hand, but just like their athletes, they'll be ready when sports return.
It's so exciting to think of that day when you're going to get to see these student athletes again doing what they came here to do, what they're good at, what they're passionate about, and then give us that opportunity to do what we're good at and what we're passionate about.
You take the downtime now to kind of prepare on these side projects that we're doing. But, you know, if it gets into January, February, March, April, May, and we get the go-ahead to compete, then let's do it. And we'll be ready for it.